Now, the starting lineup for the visiting Atlanta Hawks. At shooting guard, Bogdan Bogdanovic. At center, Onyeka Okongwu. At small forward, DeAndre Hunter. At the other forward position, John Collins. At the other guard position, Trae Young. The head coach of the visiting team is Nate McMillan. Standing 6'8", number 1, Obi Toppin. In the middle, at 7 feet tall, number 17. The other forward, at 6'6", number 20, Gordon Hayward. At the point, 6'1", number 47. At guard, 6'1", number 23. Fred VanVleet. Your Toronto Raptors head coach is Nick Nurse. These are your Toronto Raptors!
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Gordon Hayward is a versatile offensive player, but he said, for me, being aggressive is playing downhill. Usually, if I can get things going to the rim first, it opens up every other part of my game. And he's still able to collapse defenses, finish, and create for teammates. Guys?
David, he is the total package. Let's see some of the numbers here for Trae Young.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. Young and Bogdanovic, they have the guard duties. And it's Okongwu in at center. And for Toronto, Toppin is out there with Hayward. Then it's Fred VanVleet, and it's Reynolds in at the point. Midway through the season, are teams, Greg, still trying to find their identity and evolve, or is it just a matter of building on what you've already got?
I think there's still some steps in small parts of evolution of a team, Kevin, but at the time when you get into 25 or 30 games, coaches are really familiar and helping players establish a rhythm to the number of players they're going to play, the rotations they're going to play in, the nights when they need more offense and how they're going to lean on guys, the nights where they might need more defense and play certain lineups. That's still pretty much the foundation of what they're going to be the rest of the year.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Here's Young, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Hayward. And here is VanVleet. From 12 feet out, Okongwu grabs the board. Young outside. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And And it's Toronto with the rebound. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season. Van Vliet left side. Passes it to Reynolds. Over Collins. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Bogdanovich against Van Vliet. Now here's Bogdanovich. He's guarded closely. That's tipped. Here's Reynolds. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders were helpless to stop him.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Young outside. Takes it inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, this guy keeps learning from each and every coverage on the pick and roll. Trae Young getting some serious chops playing out of that set.
In his first game after starting in the 2020 All-Star Game, Trae Young had an incredible night, dropping 50 points against the Miami Heat.
And Young became the 4th youngest NBA player to get to 50. Only Devin Booker, LeBron, and Brandon Jennings got to 50 in a game at a younger age. Perhaps the most impressive part of Trae's performance, he did it against coach Eric Spoelstra's Miami Heat, one of the top defensive teams in the league.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
This season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
That's good from Young.
In the 2018 season, as the 5th overall pick, Trae Young was phenomenal towards the end of the year, winning 3 straight Rookie of the Month awards.
That one drops. He ties it up.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. This one for 3. And Young with the basket on the assist from Bogdanovich. Young's got 7.
Trae Young, so fun to watch that smooth stroke.
Van Vliet passes to Toppin. Here's Hayward. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first.
That's on DeAndre Hunter.
First team foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Gordon Hayward at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hayward.
And what you love about Hayward, the all-around ability. Scores, facilitates rebounds, and does so with consistency.
Hayward hits them both. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. The pass to Okongwu. Cloak loose. Fader on the way. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Van Vliet passes to Reynolds. Now Van Vliet. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Hayward. Clock at 6. Poked away and stolen by Hunter. Young outside. Shoots. And that one is off. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
Sinks the triple.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. Dishes it to Collins. Pass to Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Here's Reynolds. 5 points in the game. Passes it to Van Vliet. Drains the three-pointer.
And you have to appreciate the confidence. Van Vliet wastes no time shooting the rock when he is in that groove.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Shot's good from Young.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Van Vliet passes to Reynolds. Back to Van Vliet. Hunter with some nice defense.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Toppin pulls it in. Toppin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hayward passes to Van Vliet. And the layup is good. Van Vliet's got 5 points so far.
And terrific hustle from Van Vliet in transition, getting up court fast to finish the fast break.
Collins finds Young to the middle. Here's Okongwu. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. And he makes both free throws. At the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a win against the Trailblazers. Now the pass to Reynolds. With some arc, the shot missing. And Atlanta will come the other way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
The kick out to Young. And he hits it to tie the game up. Young's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Atlanta. Here's Reynolds. 5 points in the game. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. Pocket 6. Here's Rush. Again, the Hawks score.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Reynolds passes to Sampson. Here's Reynolds, defended by Young. Reynolds, good. Reynolds has got the game tied up here for Toronto.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Young, right side. Kicks it out to Collins. Young passes to Okiki. Over Diallo. Okiki, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Pass to Reynolds. And he jams it with authority.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
So it's Atlanta now. The Raptors getting the bucket. They swipe it. The feed now to Sampson. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Back to Young. Takes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Here's Glover. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Still Raptors ball.
Ken Burns is checked in for the Raptors. Then for the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for Okongwu, and it's Grant in for Trae Young. Here's Reynolds. He's got 9. Passes it to Diallo. And the Raptors miss again. The Hawks trailing. And here's Reddish. Over Glover. Out to Gallinari. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And the pass to Glover. Birch the pass to Wano. To the inside. Reynolds makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Gives the team such a great element, having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And the Hawks making a change here. Forbes checked in. Pass to Diallo. Here's Reynolds. Into the lane. Lays it up and banks it in. Reynolds has got 13 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Forbes dishes to Grant. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Here's Reynolds. 13 points in the game. Anunoby in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Good on the three-point shot. And the Raptors lead by 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Forbes, the pass to Okeke. Back to Forbes. Toronto grabs the miss.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. An easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Here's Reynolds. Driving to the basket.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's Grant. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Grant's got his 3rd basket of the night. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Raptors out in front, up by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And the step back, a shot that's become a staple for the league's top scorers. Case in point, Gordon Hayward among that group, and he does it so well.
I really like the step back move. Being at 6'8", I feel like I can use a little bit of my quickness to get an advantage and then step back, and tall enough to shoot over some guys. So that's one of my moves.
One of many moves, Greg, but that probably is his signature move now.
Moves and counter moves. Hayward has a lot in his bag to keep defenders off balance.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They also haven't been afraid of taking the ball to the rack. Lots of opportunities at the rim.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Toronto right now, they've got Ken Burge. Hamidou Diallo is out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Glover in at the shooting guard. Reddish with the ball. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Kicks to Forbes. Here's Grant. They get it back. And he gets the bucket. Okeke's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Reynolds. He's covered by Grant. Shoots off the step back. You can't get that one. And Atlanta will come the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
That never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Here's Reynolds. He's coming off a 19-point game again.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
The Hawks trail by 7. Grant kicks to Gallinari from downtown. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Toronto have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
One thing you love about stars like Danilo Gallinari is how they remind you that basketball is truly an international game.
And especially, GA, for Gallinari to want to come over and play against the best in the world. It wasn't about achieving MVPs and accolades in the Italian League. He wanted to stack up his skill set versus the best small forwards and power forwards in the NBA, and Gallo has had a remarkable career as a professional here in the States. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Gallinari. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Reynolds passes to Anunoby. Birch finds Anunoby. Basket good. Anunoby's got the lead up to 13 now for Toronto.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Pass to Grant. To end the run, Birch grabs the board. Birch has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The Hawks trail by 13. Grant, right side. He kicks it to Forbes. Nailed from three-point land. Forbes has got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. And with the rise of guards like Steph Curry and Trae Young, seems like the little guys are really making their mark in the NBA.
Well, they're starting to affect, Kevin, the way that really management is looking at building out their team. Trying to find wings that are equipped with defensive ability but willingness to shoot the 3-ball, guards that are small enough and quick enough to get you an advantage to spread the floor a little bit. So the 3-ball and the way team construction has happened has changed the league quite rapidly.
For the Hawks, Kongwu's checked in for Okiki. Hunter comes in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in for Bryn Forbes. Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 5. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first.
It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. And along with production, this team really thrives on Van Vliet's leadership.
He sets a great example with his toughness, his dedication, and his teammates believe in him and believe they're going to win, partly because of him.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
You love seeing guys like Fred VanVleet make it. Not highly recruited in high school, undrafted out of college. VanVleet has turned himself into a terrific player in our league.
The Hawks making a switch here. Young's checked in. And so Van Vliet nails both of them. 2021 was an unusual season, to say the least, for players, coaches. Brett, there was a lot to adapt to. How do you think you would have handled the condensed schedule?
That's a good question, Kevin. I think just obviously you'd have work to do, and I'd show up every day to do it. And commend a lot of the players, not just in terms of the level of competition. It was all the other things that they had to do in order to suit up on a nightly basis. Not playing in front of crowds. I mean, that is a love of the game type of season that, of course, I hope we never see again because of the circumstances around it. But the players do deserve a lot of credit, and the fans that hung in there and started to show up towards the end of the year to support the players deserve a lot of credit as well. And I'm glad we're through that.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The G League has been a proving ground for many aspiring NBA players, including the Lakers' Alex Caruso. He said a big reason guys get stuck there is they don't realize the position they're trying out for. It's like trying to be the CFO, and they're looking for someone to clean the bathrooms. Either way, Kevin, it's good work. You can get it.
I agree. Thank you, David.
You're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Now Young. He's got 17. Lays it up off the glass. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, the threat of Trae Young, we talk so much about gravity in the NBA. It's unlocking some other scoring options. Strong take.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Birch. Back to Van Vliet. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Van Vliet against Young. To the paint. Here's Okongwu.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Van Vliet looking around. And there it is for him. Van Vliet's got 14 points.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Young. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
And the Raptors call time here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And Toronto making a change. Sampson's checked in. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Collins is checked in. Here's the pass to Van Vliet. Knocks it loose. Hunter with it. Now defended by Hayward. Moving it up. Young, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And that one's good. Glover.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Young. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Van Vliet against Young. And there's another turnover by the Raptors.
Atlanta ball.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Down by 12. Bobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Man, so impressive. Collins way up for that one.
Hayward outside. Pass to Toppin. Now here's Hayward. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it.
DeAndre Hunter getting that block mostly because of great positioning.
The Hawks trail by 10. Here's Bogdanovich. He had 10 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland. Hayward on the wing. Hunter with some nice defense. Hawks shooting 44% from the floor since we began the second quarter. Beyond the arc. Drops in the tray. Hunter's got it back down to single digits for the Hawks.
What I like about that is Hunter did not rush the shot.
Van Vliet attacking. Young scores a sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Collins dishes to Young. Back to Collins. Here's Bogdanovich. Rebound by the Raptors. Chapman's got 6 rebounds in the game. Young against Hayward. Pass to Chapman. Here's Glover. Over Okongwu. And he gets him down. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution for your Raptors. OG Anunoby.
The Hawks trail by 9. Young passes to Hunter. Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
Well, Bogdanovich being a little bit crafty there, knowing the defense was closing in on him, and drew the contact.
First trip to the line for him here.
Bogdanovich at the line for 2.
First one falls for him.
Bogdanovich plays with a ton of confidence, and there's good reason for it. Over the last 4 seasons, he's performed so consistently well, really raised the eyebrows about how talented this big guy can be.
And so he hits both. Raptors leading by 7. Here's Reynolds. And the rejection by Collins.
Sir, Collins sending that one away.
So for the Hawks, Molinari comes in for Okongwu. And it's Grant in for Bogdanovich. Van Vliet outside. Toronto working the ball around now.
2 minutes.
Back to Anunoby. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Just to make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now, here is Young. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. 1:33 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Reynolds, defended by Young. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Sampson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Now, here is Young. 23 points in the game.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Passes it to Reynolds. Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet. The pass to Chapman. Van Vliet with it. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. It's deflected. Doesn't go that time. Hunter with some nice defense. Molinari outside. The 3. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
Narrowing the battle for the Hawks.
He gets it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we finished one half of basketball. Raptors lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. And in that period, the most they trailed by was 3. For the Raptors, Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
They're going to work in the paint. Doing a great job. A good portion of their offense was generated inside. Really outperformed their opponent in that aspect. I expect the defense to back it up a little more in the second half, which was the force of the
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
Shaq, was anyone boxing out? I mean, if they didn't box you out like this, you'd have 50 just on offensive rebounds. I mean, they got to put bodies on bodies, more fundamental.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back, Kevin Harlan. Go.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. 7-point differential. And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duties. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. So it's Toronto now. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Van Vliet outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Toronto needs to get off the shot for 3. Hayward. That shot misses. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Here's Hunter. Rebound, Gordon Hayward.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Kicks to Sampson. Pass to Van Vliet. Got a hand on it. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Toronto leading by 4. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Here's Sampson. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Here's Reynolds. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Bogdanovich passes to Young. Now, here's Okongwu. Right side, Bogdanovich. The dish to Hunter. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Okongwu. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Toppin with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Gone in this third quarter now.
Well, he's very engaged right now, John Collins, defensively, and that's starting to make a difference for the team. Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. They need this one, and the rejection by Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta.
Cameron Reddish.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Van Vliet. Atlanta with the rebound. Growing up in a military family, John Collins moved around a lot as a kid, Brent, getting to experience different parts of the world.
Yeah, interesting upbringing, born in Utah, moved to Guam, lived in Turkey, was in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's a lot of life experience for any kid growing up, let alone a guy who's trying to find his way in competitive basketball. And John Collins, maybe playing soccer on all those military bases has helped out that footwork a little bit, Kevin.
Shooting 2.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. That one falls, so he hits both of them. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Reynolds, defended by Young. To halt the run, it's good. Reynolds has got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
Here's Okongwu. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Reynolds can't hit. And Collins has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Okongwu. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
For Atlanta, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. Ken Burge is checked in for Toppin.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And here's Reddish, following Fred VanVleet's 3. Young passes to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Reynolds can't hit. And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Now, here's Okongwu. Covered by Birch. A shot by Okongwu. No good. Pass to Birch. Here's Reynolds. Boom, he chips it straight down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
buries it from three-point range.
And now the defense, full attention and antennas up. Trae Young getting warm.
Here's Reynolds. 25 points in the game. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Burge kicks to Hayward. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 7 rebounds in the game. Young left side. Off target from three-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage, that's all.
Hayward against Hunter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
Hey guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Atlanta?
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Well, looking up and down the stat sheet here, I'm seeing those second chance points jump out at me. They've done a great job on the offensive glass.
First free throw is good. Atlanta making some changes. Okiki's checked in for Okongwu, and it's Grant in for Trae Young. Hayward hits them both. So it's the Hawks now. And here's Reddish. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Grant kicks to Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Got to be aware of Hunter, especially when he gets up at the rim. That guy's got some size.
Van Vliet against Grant. Passes to Birch. Here's Glover. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Collins.
Personal foul. 14 foul.
Toronto shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Diallo's checked in for the Raptors. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. Good on both. Grant with the ball. He has 6. Up there for Collins. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Toronto.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Shooting 2.
The other impressive part about their offense tonight has been their ability to get inside off the bounce. Lots of points in there.
And he can't get the first one.
What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Collins. He hits the second from the line. So it's Toronto now. Here's Glover. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And there's the pass to Birch. Here's Glover. 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. Good on the triple. He's got 7.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Grant outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Fred Van Vliet picks one up. For Atlanta, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Shoot 2.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. Raptors leading by 3. Here's Glover. 7 points in the game. Pass to Birch. And here is Van Vliet. With the drive. Makes it off the glass. Van Vliet's got 21.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Pass to Grant. Rejected by Van Vliet. Anunoby with it. Now defended by Grant. The turnaround. Again, Toronto.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
Here is Forbes. Lets it fly. It's hauled in by Glover.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Now, here's Birch. Passes it to Glover. Now, here's Diallo. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
15 foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Hamidou Diallo at the line for 2.
That one is off. So he comes up empty at the line. The Hawks trail by 7. Here's Reddish, and it's in there. Reddish has got his second bucket of the night.
Nice job operating off the dribble for Reddish, a nice consistent part of his game.
Van Vliet outside. And the pass to Glover. Pocket 6. Pass to Anunoby. Now Birch. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Here is Forbes. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Okeke. For Birch. It's hauled in by the Raptors. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Van Vliet. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Forbes. Great D that time from Van Vliet. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
From 10 feet out, here's Birch. And the basket is good. And the Raptors lead by 7.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Grant dishes to Forbes. 1:37 left to play in the third. Now, Anunoby. He's got 6. Lets it go with a 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 9-point Raptor lead.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
High arcing shot. Great D that time from Van Vliet. Toronto's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Anunoby passes to Glover. And here's Birch. He's covered by Grant. The shot by Birch, no good. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Grant. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. Raptors leading by 9. Passes it to Glover. Back to Van Vliet. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Van Vliet's got 23 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here we go. Van Vliet heading to the hoop. Rebound by the Hawks. Okeke passes to Grant. There's the pass to Gallinari. With 2 seconds left, it's blocked. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Raptors up by 11. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Anunoby. Also Toppin's out there. And it's Reynolds in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Diallo. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Young finds Bogdanovic. Inside. No good from Grant. Raptors leading by 11. Here's Reynolds. He feeds it to Sampson. Over Bogdanovic. Sampson's shot is off. Atlanta's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And here's Bogdanovic. To the middle. And Okongwu stamps it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Reynolds. It's deflected. Shot good by Diallo. And the Raptors lead by 11.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Okongwu kicks to Bogdanovic. Shoots over Anunoby. They get it back. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Bounce pass from Diallo. From the line, and good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls. Sampson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Young taking his time here. It's deflected.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Anunoby passes to Reynolds. And at the top of the key, Diallo. Grant against Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Diallo. Toppin with it. Fires from the wing. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, he played a seamless first half, but in the second half, some poor decisions right here. He continues to throw the ball away.
And Toronto making a change here. Hayward's checked in. Collins checked in for the Hawks. Hunter comes in for Grant. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Reynolds, defended by Young. Hayward passes to Reynolds. Raptors moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Tipped away. Three-pointer. Hayward. Rebound, Atlanta. Collins has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Outside, Bogdanovich. Sampson pulls it in. Sampson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Raptors leading by 13. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. It's Young on the wing. He's guarded by Diallo. Here's Bogdanovich. That's tipped.
Well, this has been a night where you can look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Reynolds passes to Hayward. Pass to Reynolds. Just 5 to shoot. Lets a floater go. The Hawks trail by 13. Pass to Hunter. Okongwu with it. He's guarded by Diallo. To end the cold streak, and Okongwu finishes it off. Toronto calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Sampson. In the corner, it's Hayward. Hit it back. Toppin kicks to Hayward. Here's Sampson. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And he makes that one. Sampson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
And really exemplifies who Hayward is. A team player, someone who enjoys spotting his open teammate.
Now, here is Young. Driving the lane. Yep, it counts. Young's got 33.
Well, he makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Reynolds passes to Hayward. The pass to Reynolds. Diallo with it. And no good. Hunter with some nice defense. He takes it in, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I like Hunter with that frame and size. When he gets to the inside, there will be contact.
At the line for the Hawks, DeAndre Hunter. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Hunter.
It's easy to see why so many people have been so high on DeAndre Hunter. You look at that build and at that forward position and that kind of work ethic. Sky's the limit.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Diallo. And so he makes both from the line. Toronto leading by 9. VanVleet with it. Okongwu covering. And stolen by Hunter. Toppin pulls it in. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for Toronto. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. And he sinks that one into the back of the rim on the way in.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now, here's Okongwu. To the paint. Here's Bogdanovich. And he lays it straight in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Hayward outside. Pass to Sampson. Now here's VanVleet. Got that bucket. VanVleet's got 9 points here in the second half.
It's been all VanVleet tonight. One of the best undrafted players in league history.
Young way outside. And it's off from three-point range. Going inside. And trying to get it to go, even with the contact, but no good. And he'll try to pick up 2 at the free throw line coming up.
First team foul. At the line for Toronto. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Hawks trail by 12. On its way from Hunter for 2. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, nice ball rotation there by Collins, sharing the rock from the front court.
Here's Reynolds, defended by Young. Hit the shot, and it's sent back by Okongwu. To the inside. Toppin with the steal. VanVleet against Young. And VanVleet, here we go. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Obi Toppin. At the line for 1.
Free throw is good by Toppin. The Hawks trail by 13. Now, here is Young. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now Hayward. Back to Van Vliet. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Collins. Reynolds. That 3 off the mark.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
And waiting to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And so here's Toronto after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Reynolds. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 3rd assist on the night.
First 3 of the half, 2nd of the game. Can he heat up?
Now, here's Collins. Down low, here's Bogdanovich. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Reynolds. He's guarded by Collins. Driving in. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Reynolds has got 31 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And Young, here we go.
Trae Young in this game is playing completely in control and taking advantage of defenders being overly aggressive.
2nd team foul. At the line for the Hawks, Trae Young. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Young. And so Young nails them both. Here is Hayward. Van Vliet on the wing. Here's Reynolds. Offline with his 3. The Hawks trail by 10. Here's Young. It's hauled in by the Raptors. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Reynolds passes to Hayward. To the paint. Here's Toppin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
That one on Collins.
3rd team foul. At the line for Toronto, Obi Toppin, taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Young. 1:35 left in the 4th quarter. Pulls up. The shot that time, not on target. And Toronto will come the other way. Okongwu kicks to Hunter. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. Takes it inside. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. 8 points for Bogdanovich. Toronto calls timeout. They're up by 10. We've got 1:18 left in the 4th.
Let's see it, man.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Without his heroics here tonight, this could have been a second straight loss for them. But he was sensational, and instead of a losing streak, he may have them headed in the opposite direction now. And so here's Toronto. 10-point lead. Here's Reynolds. Banked in off the glass. Reynolds has got 33.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Toronto.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Young against Van Vliet. Three-pointer. That one, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Bogdanovich inside. Covered by Van Vliet. The kick out to Young. They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Toronto ball. Young lineup for the Hawks.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Dragic. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Gordon. I assume that this is a big confidence boost for your guys.
Yeah, it was. And we got to be able to carry this and kind of use this as momentum going into those next 3 games. And, you know, it's going to start off, and we got to take care of business in that first game and set the tone for the rest of the road trip. So I think we're looking forward to it.
Well, Gordon, I'm sure you guys are going to have a lot more confidence after tonight. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Fred Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.